The moment we've all been waiting for is finally here. Lewis Hamilton in the iconic red Ferrari has hit the track ahead of the 2025 Formula One season. But the biggest question on everyone's mind is, how will he fare against his new teammate, Charles Leclerc? Will Hamilton dominate and prove he's still the greatest of all time, or will Leclerc expose him as past his prime? Well, we might have just gotten our first answer. The latest testing session in Barcelona has given us a glimpse of what's to come, and let's just say, Hamilton fans have a reason to get excited. Stick around as we break down everything that went down on track. But before we dive in, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the latest F1 updates. Let's get started. Ferrari has been busy at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, fine-tuning their preparations for the 2025 season. Over the past few weeks, both Hamilton and Leclerc have been getting comfortable with the track, running extensive tests. The testing period was crucial for Hamilton, as he was stepping into an entirely new environment after 12 years with Mercedes. Adjusting to the Ferrari setup, understanding how the car behaves on different compounds, and working closely with his new engineers were all part of this learning curve. Last week, Ferrari conducted a 3-day private test using the 2023 SF23 car as per F1's testing of previous cars' regulations. Everything was running smoothly until Hamilton's first real outing in red took a dramatic turn. The 7-time world champion crashed in the high-speed final corner, causing extensive suspension damage. The crash was severe enough to cut Leclerc's scheduled afternoon session short, but Ferrari brushed it off as part of Hamilton's adaptation process. Sky Sports' Craig Slater reported that a senior Ferrari source described the crash as perfectly normal for a driver adjusting to a new car. And history backs this up. Hamilton also crashed in his first preseason outings with both McLaren, 2007, and Mercedes, 2013. And we all know how those turned out. Despite the crash, Hamilton remained in high spirits, knowing that every lap on track was valuable in understanding his new machine. Fast forward to this week's Pirelli tire test, where Hamilton and Leclerc shared a modified 2024 SF24, while McLaren's Lando Norris ran an adapted MCL60. Pirelli requested teams to reduce downforce by 20%, mimicking 2026 regulations, while testing different slick tire compounds. The test was crucial for understanding how the new regulations could impact the cars in the future, and it was also a perfect opportunity for Hamilton to directly compare his pace against Leclerc under controlled conditions. Hamilton's performance in the test was an encouraging sign for his fans. He clocked a best time of 1 minute 15.93 seconds, slightly ahead of Leclerc, who struggled to match his new teammate's pace. Meanwhile, Lando Norris topped the session with a 1 minute 15.21 seconds, completing a total of 159 laps. Hamilton managed 87 laps, while Leclerc completed a similar number. Although these times were not representative of true race pace, the fact that Hamilton was on par with or slightly ahead of Leclerc was a promising start. While testing lap times should always be taken with a grain of salt, they can still offer some insight. Norris's 1:15.21 lap was 2.5 seconds slower than his 2023 Spanish GP qualifying time. Meanwhile, Leclerc's best qualifying lap from the 2024 Spanish GP was 1 minute 11.73 seconds, meaning both Ferraris were around 4 seconds slower in this test. So, what does this tell us? Ferrari may have been running conservative engine modes, ensuring they didn't push their power units to the limit during these preliminary tests. It's also possible that Pirelli's test conditions dictated a target lap time, meaning drivers weren't necessarily trying to extract the absolute maximum performance from their cars. Additionally, setup variations could have played a role, with teams potentially experimenting with different aerodynamic and suspension settings to gather data. The key takeaway? Hamilton matched Leclerc's pace under restricted conditions, a strong sign that he's already adapting well to Ferrari machinery. If he can continue to build on this early form, it could spell trouble for Leclerc, who was expected to have the upper hand initially due to his familiarity with the team and car. Ferrari has just unveiled their new team kit for the 2025 season, featuring a fresh cherry red design in collaboration with Puma. The team has put significant effort into revamping their look with sleek new race suits and a bold aesthetic that represents the new era of Ferrari with Hamilton on board. Fans can already purchase Hamilton's first ever Ferrari kit on their website, marking the start of an exciting chapter for the Scuderia. But the real excitement? The official 2025 Ferrari car launch on February 19th. That's when we'll get our first look at the machine Hamilton will be driving in his pursuit of an 8th world title. This event will be a huge moment for the team and fans alike, as the world finally sees the true performance potential of the SF25. Beyond the car launch, preseason testing in Bahrain from February 26th to 28th will be the first real indicator of the pecking order for the upcoming season. This 3-day test will allow teams to fine-tune their setups, compare race simulations, and gather crucial data before the season opener in Australia. It's also where Hamilton and Leclerc will finally push their cars to the limit, giving us a better understanding of how they stack up in equal machinery. With the first race of the season taking place in Melbourne on March 2nd, the anticipation is building. Will Ferrari's new package be competitive enough to challenge Red Bull and Mercedes? Can Hamilton start his Ferrari journey with a bang and assert himself as the team leader? The answers are just weeks away. Moving to Ferrari is more than just a change of scenery for Hamilton. It's a test of his adaptability and resilience. Ferrari is not just any team. It's a national institution with immense pressure from fans, media, and even the Italian government. While Mercedes allowed Hamilton to thrive in a structured, methodical environment, Ferrari operates with emotion, tradition, and intense scrutiny. Can Hamilton manage the internal politics, expectations, and the burden of delivering Ferrari's first title since 2007? His early pace suggests promise, but how he handles setbacks and pressure will ultimately define his success in red. Hamilton's transition to Ferrari is already shaping up to be one of the biggest stories of the 2025 F1 season. His early performance in testing suggests he's adapting quickly, but the real battle with Leclerc is just beginning. While his crash during private testing was a setback, his ability to match or even slightly edge Leclerc during the Pirelli tire test is an encouraging sign. However, testing is one thing, delivering under race conditions is another. The upcoming preseason tests in Bahrain will offer a clearer picture of where Ferrari stands and whether Hamilton can lead the charge for his new team. With Red Bull still the team to beat and Mercedes looking to fight back, Ferrari must bring a competitive package if Hamilton hopes to reclaim the championship. So what can we take away from all this? Hamilton is showing early signs of pace against Leclerc, but the real test will come in competitive sessions. His Ferrari debut in Australia will be the moment of truth. If he can continue building momentum and establish himself as the frontrunner within the team, the dream of an 8th world title could become a reality. What do you think? Will 2025 be the year Hamilton secures his 8th world title? Or will Leclerc prove too strong on his home turf at Ferrari? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, don't forget to like this video. If you enjoyed the breakdown, subscribe for all the latest F1 news and analysis, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay fast and keep racing.